All right, we're gonna find out how to find stocks for swing trading. Welcome to PriceIsKing.com. This is Sut. We're gonna talk about how to find stocks for swing trade on the Thinkorswim platform. So let's get started. So basically, we're gonna do this just specifically on the Thinkorswim platform. I'll make another video on other platforms, but I want to specifically focus on this and just make a video on how to find the scan related to stocks, right? How to find the stocks that you may be looking for a swing trade, not a day trade, right? Day trading is different from swing trading. So let's get into it. All right, so on your Thinkorswim platform, you go to the main window that you have open that has the scan query. On the top right here, you see monitor, trade, analyze, scan, market watch, charts. You go to the scan tab right there. Once you go to the scan tab, you go down over here and then load queries. Or actually what you can do is you can actually create your own query by clicking on filters. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that I have preloaded. Once I've done it before, because I've done it many times, I've saved them. Okay, and then I'll talk about what I did, right? So if you watched my previous videos, I talk about one of the fundamental strategies that I use or to kind of gauge where an instrument is going. And that particular strategy is to keep an eye on the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. Okay, when you see those crosses happen, the death cross, they call it the death cross, or the golden cross or whatnot, right? So the idea behind it is you look at the 50-day and the 200-day on the chart and see where it's at. Okay, when you look at it, and I'm going to show you the stock that I'm looking at right now is Microsoft, right? You on this particular chart, if I actually, let me take away all the other stuff. I'm going to get rid of the MACD, the RSI, and the Bollinger Bands, and just have the two MACDs, right? I'm sorry, the exponential moving average, right? Pretty much that's all you see on a daily chart, right? I'm going to take a step back, look at the daily, because we're looking at swing trades, okay? We're not looking at intraday trades, we're looking at swing trades. So when you take a look at that, you want to take a step back, right? You want to maybe look at a daily chart or a weekly chart and see where the actual stock is going, right? Right now you see the stock is going up, right? And what happened here? When the 50-day crossed over the 200-day, then the momentum shifted and you see the stock overall just going. Obviously there's going to be days where it goes down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up, but slowly it just keeps creeping up. And the reason for that is because the 50-day has already gone over the 200-day. That means the bulls are in control and the stock is going to continue to take that up. And so, but now when you look at this chart, you see that Microsoft's already had that cross a while ago and you missed it. This happened way back in March of this year. And what do you do now? You missed that ride, right? Now you have to look for other opportunities, other methods, and so there's other methods that you can find, but what I'm going to show you is the simplest one is the cross. Whenever you see that cross, when the 50 goes above the 200, that means there's bull runs, right? So the reason why I'm showing you that is because majority of traders, they don't have the capability of shorting. If it were the opposite direction, where the 50-day is crossing below the 200-day, then you would go short, right? Because you see the underlying stock, the momentum has shifted downwards, right? In this case, the momentum has shifted upwards, and so the stock is going to go up, and so you want to go long, right? And so how do you find this particular situation in a stock market? Like, say for example, you were going to go out there and look for a stock today. How are you going to buy that based on a swing trade that you want to enter? And if you look at Microsoft, it's already gone, right? There's no cross happening right now. So, okay, what other methods can you use? There's other methods, but I want to show you this one, simple, right? Like if you take a look at, let's take a look at another one. APL. Apple has already crossed as well, right? You'll see that Apple has crossed right around here, which also happened sometime in March, right? And after that, we haven't seen a cross at all, and it continues to ride itself up. And so, okay, you know what? Fine, these big names are out there. What do I do, and how do I find other stocks that I can look for? And so what I do is, when you go into the scan section of Thinkorswim, you could add your own filters. Okay, and based on your criteria, you can plug in, okay, I want to make sure the stock closed between $5 and $30, right? Depending on your account balances and whatnot, you may want to change this up. Say you don't want to trade penny stocks, right? So I don't trade penny stocks, and so I avoid buying anything below $5. And and then, anything above 30, I try to limit myself, because then I can't buy a huge amount, right? If I wanted to, if I wanted to buy something like Microsoft right now, I'm barely gonna make a small amount, right? Because you don't want to eat your entire account up, right? With like thousands of shares, right? You cannot do thousands of shares for Microsoft unless you have a lot of money, a lot of account on your, in your brokerage account, right? And sure, people can do that, right? I mean, if you can certainly leverage and do margin, but I don't like to do that, right? And the other thing is, once I have profit, I usually take money out, right? I don't leave my money and let it continue to grow, because then you don't see the merit of the work that you've been doing and profit that you've been taking, right? Anytime you do that, you want to take profit out and then play with money that you can lose, right? So there's that risk appetite that you want to always be aware of. Okay. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Okay, you put the stock based on your criteria. Let's just say you want to put $10. You want to buy stocks between $10 and $30, and then you actually put a study here, like a custom study, right? What I want to know is, give me the moving exponential average, the 50-day, when it crosses above the moving average of 200, right? So the 50, when 50 crosses above the 200, find me all the stocks that are between $10 and $30, okay? And I want this 50 to 200 day cross on the daily chart, okay? So that's my criteria. $10 to 30, between $10 and $30 on a daily chart when 50 crosses above 200. So when I hit the scan, it's going to go ahead and look for all the stocks that fall into this criteria. Okay, all right, so I found a few stocks, and so let's take a look. HOMB. I'm going to go ahead and do the other chart and type in HOMB. HOMB. So when you see this, as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit, it is about to cross the 50, going over to 200, right? And you can also see that when this happened, the stock is green. It went up 64 cents today. And so, mind you, I don't really care what the company is. I just looking at, my criteria. And when this happened, you notice that when it did cross, now there's going to be a big jump. In this case, there's a big jump. So you wouldn't want to, get in right away, because immediately there's going to be some profit taking and people are going to take it down. And so what you want to do is say, gauge, okay, maybe this is an area 23. I'll put an order for 23.50 or something, right? Or 23.20. Put an order for here, and if it hits, it hits. And then you can probably take a ride up to, say, $2, right? I mean, that's a $2 swing trade that you can actually take based on, the situation. And obviously I'm just throwing numbers out there right now, but I want to kind of show you how it works, right? Let's take a look at the second one. Which one is this? SCVL. I've never heard of these companies. SCVL. I've never traded SCVL. I don't know what it is. SCVL. is this thing? Shoe Carnival. Okay, Shoe Carnival. Fine. Again, when you zoom in on this, you see the cross just happened, right? And like I was saying before, right, when this cross happened, there was big green candles, and now people are taking profit. You're going to see the red candle come down, and when that happens, you try to look for opportunities in this area. And obviously, I mean, if you're a swing trader, you don't know what's going on, and especially you don't know the name of the company and what it is. If obviously you can put another criteria within that search scan that I was talking about, right? You can actually add another criteria here and say, okay, you know what? Fine, give me another set of stocks, same situation, but give me somewhere where their market cap is between 20 and 100 million, for example, right? And you can filter that again. So let's see, let me just filter something else. Let's say on the higher end, right? Let's say you do have a big portfolio. Let's take a look at from 50 to 200, right? And we'll do a scan on that and see if there's any of those particular stocks. Okay, we got some good stocks. Let's see what we got here. GXO, wall. Okay, let's take a wall. What's going on with wall? Alright, so look at this. This one probably a decent stock to get into. Just looking at it, I might even look at this, okay? Because look, it's been on a down tear. There was a huge splat down over here, and then it creeped itself back up, and then it was trading sideways, and then all of a sudden you see this big thing coming up here, and so there's a shift in momentum over here, and that's what I like to see. All right, this cross has happened. There may be a few days that come down here, but overall what I'm seeing is higher lows, and it had broke this previous two highs. It's broken this one, and it's now trying to make this one a support. All right, so I'm looking at maybe 61, 62 in this area would be like a nice area to probably look for a long, and then try to target this 70 mark. Actually, maybe target 70 mark. So you're looking at another $4 of profit that you can probably take. Okay, and so this way. And obviously make sure you put your risk markers, right? You always know your risk and whatnot, right? In this case, I'll probably look at 55 as a risk marker for myself, right? Like, I mean, if depending on your appetite and your account size and whatnot, you want to make sure you put the risk in place as well. But this is a pretty clean, straight up approach in finding a swing trade for yourself. Now, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think of this. And if you've used something else that worked for you, I do have other strategies for swing trading, especially because, you want to maybe look at something today, right? In terms of like, you saw this cross happened. Maybe what ends up happening is you may not see the stock that you want to buy on this list, right? And you may not like some of these unknown names, right? You want to trade some companies that you may be familiar with, right? There's other ways that you can look at, and let me know, and I will make another video on that, and I'll show you exactly what other ways you can look at. But this is the most simple, easy strategy to use. In fact, other platforms have similar scans that you can utilize. Make sure you utilize it. Let me know if there's another platform. I can do it on Interactive Brokers. I can do it on Ninja Trader if you want. Trading View as well. There's easy ways to find stocks for swing trading on Trading View as well. Price is King. This is Sut. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching.